Hi, I'm Mike. Most of you know me, so I'm going to get right to it. Over at Rachel's Tea, Rachel's gotten to the point where she can actually kind of order the products that the way she wants them. I just want to take a minute today and tell you how you go about choosing which probiotic is the right one for you. So in early copies of my book, I actually suggested that you use a bottle of probiotic pretty much only when you went through a round of antibiotics. I've gone full circle on that. I think this is actually one of the things that suffers in your gut when you have a digestive disorder is between antibiotics and acidity. We basically destroy a big part of our immune system, which is our intestinal flora. So what we're going to do is just cover a minute of each of these and how you can choose and why we have 3 different ones, or why Rachel does. So basically, first we have the enteric coated. Enteric means that it's designed to survive its way through the stomach before it opens up and exposes the probiotic to whatever environment you're putting it into. So the stomach is by far the most acidic part of the body. You really don't want your probiotics ending up opening there. You're exposing them to a lower pH than they can survive. You might kill as much as 100% of the probiotic if you're acidic and you don't use an enteric coated. So this is a great choice for people who have an acid issue, which a lot of people who come to us do. The middle bottle here is Rachel's Pro 100. This is our highest IU count. It's basically a numbers game. There's 100 billion IUs in this. So even if you do have a periodic acid issue and some of them are destroyed, and they will be, with 100 billion starting per capsule, if you take 2 capsules, it's 200 billion. Your IU count, what actually gets delivered to your gut, is going to be high. If you're following the program and don't really have a high acid issue most of the time, this is a great choice. This one is very chewable and it has 10 billion IU count. The nice thing about this one, the chewable, is that number one, young and old people who don't like taking pills, they can all get by really well with this. It tastes like a piece of candy, but again, there's no carbs in it. But secondly, the 10 strains in this particular probiotic are all acid-resistant strains. So if you're not following the program or not sticking well to it, you're still having a lot of acid issues, then this one actually survives the acid environment better than most probiotics do. So anyway, there's kind of the 3 in a nutshell. I recommend, if you can afford it, to stay on probiotics basically continuously. If you can't afford that, you might consider going a month on and a month off, so taking a bottle every other month or something like that. But do choose one of these if you can afford it. They're great. And these 3, because Rachel and I had input into the design of the product itself, the formula, these 3, you can actually feel what's going on. You can feel better down in your gut, less bloating, fewer issues, fewer symptoms. They even help with inflammation and some other issues depending on the person. And so most people who have taken probiotics tell us they don't feel a thing. They take them because they've heard they're great, they know it's part of what they need, or that we recommend them. These probiotics, you can actually normally, most of the time, feel the benefit. They'll move meals along quicker, they'll help you process food better, they begin reestablishing and colonizing your intestinal flora. And if you pick according to the regulations, the rules I just gave you, you're going to have a great experience with one of these probiotics.